Good morning students, welcome back to the class 11 subject business study as we are going with the chapter number 6 and today's topic is social responsibilities of business towards different groups or different societies, and we will carry forward with the topic causes of pollution and the needs to control pollution. We will end this chapter in today's video. We will see one by one. But before starting this, I'll make sure that the contents which has been guided by the CBSE we are carry forwarding, and the business ethics topic this year is not there for class 11. So let's begin with the chapter topic social responsibilities of business towards different groups. The different groups are categorized into 5 different areas. One is shareholder, workers, customers, government, and community or society. These groups are having certain benefits from the business or business organization. Business organization should make sure these points which I have written on the board so that everyone gets satisfied. So let's begin with the first topic, shareholder. You know that shareholder is also known as owner of the company. Here, shareholder or owner has certain rights towards the business. The organization should be in a way that the organization should make assured that shareholder gets this all facilities, and these social responsibilities are to be taken care by the organization. Let's begin with the first point, fair return on their investment. For example, if you want to purchase some shares from a particular company, you also demand an great profit from that organization. So, it should not be in a way that if you invest the money and other partners are also investing in that particular business. Now, what happens over here? One person gets huge benefits and another is getting lower benefits. So, this is not a fair environment. We can go with the ratio analysis, we can go with the different methods so that shareholder gets the amount according to their contribution. It is considered as fair return on their investment. बिजनेस के लिए बिजनेसमैन जो होते हैं वो नॉर्मली अपने बिजनेस से शेयर होल्डर्स को सर्टेन प्रॉफिट्स देते हैं और प्रॉफिट जो है वो फेयर इनफ होने चाहिए. नेक्स्ट पॉइंट इज एंश्योरिंग सेफ्टी. What about safety? What do you mean by safety? Ensuring safety. Shareholder should have a guarantee about the product. Product in the sense, मैं बिजनेसमैन हूँ तो बिजनेसमैन नॉर्मली अपने शेयर होल्डर को एश्योरिटी देता है कि उनका पैसा बर्बाद नहीं होगा या उनका पैसा वेस्ट नहीं जाएगा. जो प्रोडक्ट उन्होंने बनाया है वो प्रोडक्ट बहुत ही सेफ है एंड एनवायरनमेंट में उसकी डिमांड भी है, तो एश्योरिटी दी जाती है. हम एश्योरिटी देते हैं शेयर होल्डर्स को. नेक्स्ट पॉइंट इज रेगुलर, एक्यूरेट एंड कंप्लीट इंफॉर्मेशन. कुछ भी चेंजेस होते हो मार्केट के अंदर या कुछ भी चेंजेस आपके कैपिटल में भी होते हो, अप्स एंड डाउन्स ऑफ द बिजनेस जो भी है वो एक्यूरेसी के साथ में रेगुलर इंटरवल के बाद में शेयर होल्डर को इन्फॉर्म करनी चाहिए और सारी इंफॉर्मेशन उनको मिलनी चाहिए दैट द ऑर्गेनाइजेशन इज ग्रोइंग और नॉट ग्रोइंग, व्हाट द प्रॉब्लम्स आर फेस्ड बाय द ऑर्गेनाइजेशन. So every information has to be known by the shareholder. It is the responsibility of business to give this information accurate and complete to the shareholders. Next point is information regarding schemes for the further growth and development. I have not written development, but here the point has been said that shareholders should know certain information that what are the plans for future growth, what investment they are doing as a business so that they can enhance more profit. So shareholders should know all the information regarding the different policies, different schemes and different future plannings from where the investment gets double or triple depending upon the policies requirement. Next point is reasonable appreciation of capital and optimum use of resources. As shareholders are always the persons who invest money in your business, So the business should always encourage the shareholder by appreciating them, by giving bonus, by giving extra share to them, and they should get benefits from the business. And then the money which has been invested by the shareholder, it has to be used properly. It should be optimum utilization of resources. It should not be wastage. So that shareholder gets confident that the money which they have invested in the company is a secured one. So this point is also been there for shareholders. Now I hope that you have understood this 5 points. I have written a contain points where you can easily understand what shareholder needed from business. So first point is fair return, another is ensuring safety, third is accurate information, fourth is regular schemes for the future growth, then reasonable appreciation and optimum utilization of resources. Now we are going with the second point, social responsibilities of business towards workers. Now workers are the ones who are working in the organization. They earn salaries, wages from that organization. So the organization has the worker union, and that workers are in large number. Workers are in large number. They are producing product for the organization. So workers need certain benefits from the organization. The first is safety working condition. The machine should be in a proper way. If it is not working, it has to be assigned. And then safety environment in the sense you should have a proper safety shoes, helmets, gloves, everything which is a safeguard for a particular worker. If you go in automobile industries, there is a compulsory safety shoes is compulsory, helmet is compulsory, hand gloves are compulsory, because there are a production which are being occurred with the metals. So metals can be harmful for the workers. So safety products are being given by the organization to workers. Next point is fair wages and deals. I have written deals, but you should make a certain contract in which the wages should be as per guidelines of government policy, and then the salary should be given fair according to their experience, according to their workload, according to their working environment, how they work. Everything has to be counted and it has to be given as a fair wages and deal. As I said that one person can produce 270 units in a week, whereas one person who only produce 300 units in a week. But as I can say that these 300 units are the ones who having an experience and who is working very hard. That's why the wages should be increased for him, and it should not be increased for this person. If he and she can do more production than 300, then the wages can be increased according to the workload. Now we are going into the third point. The third point says that opportunity for personal growth and development. You should give every individual or every employee an opportunity to grow themselves and improve into terms of training and development. Every individual should get an opportunity to go beyond their expectation. He or she should go with the higher position for improvement. Next point is democratic rights. This democratic rights doesn't mean that citizens should have all the rights. Now it is related to organization. Organization should give certain democratic rights to the workers with the help of working union. If any individual has a problem related to organization, he or she should approach to the union, and union leader will pass the message to the organization. It is considered as democratic right. Next point is social responsibility of business towards consumer. As you know that consumers are the king of the market. So as an organization should be thinking of these 4 points. One is good quality and quantity of goods and services. Every businessman should provide good quality goods and services. Good quality quantity should be provided by organization to customer. There should be fair trade practice. There should not be an adulteration. There should not be unfair practice should be done. The price should be reasonable. Everyone should purchase in a good manner. The packing should be very much clean and pure. Everything should be done as a fair trade practice. Now, full information about product and company. Now, if we are talking about as a businessmen or as a business company, you should provide all the information related to product in the sense how they produce that product, then ingredients which has been used to make that product. The product has different proteins. Every information should be there, and then how they get certified, that information should be there. Which company is producing that product, that information should be there on front page. So every information should be there on the packing, so that customers should buy that product according to their needs. Next point is regular supply of goods and services. It is a very important point where a customer needs are higher, so the demand will be high. So according to the demand, organization should provide regular supply of goods and services. Now next item is government. If we are talking about government, the government has a certain guidelines. So social responsibility of business towards government. The first point is follow rules and regulations which are being made by the government, or according to the guidelines of the rules and regulations, organizations should follow certain rules and regulations. Next point is payment of regular taxes. At every time when the tax payment is occurred, you should pay the tax on time. Next point is avoid fair trade policies adapt fair trade policies and practices. You should be genuine. You should be following all the rules and regulations. You should follow all the trade practices which benefits customers. Everything should be adapted according to the guidelines of government. Number 4 is to assist government in achieving the economic and social objective. As a businessman, I should economically and socially give benefits to the government by making a target towards the achievement of goals of government. Next point is social responsibilities of business towards communities and societies. As you should be a person as a good citizen. Every businessman should be a good citizen, so that organization can grow and make a good image in the market. So the customers should think about your product also. Protect natural environment and avoid any type of pollution. It is nearly impossible, but it has been said that you should avoid the natural environment disaster management. You should do a certain management in which the environment should be protected and avoid any type of pollution. You should make sure that the pollution is impossible if you do not make a certain policies. You should control the pollution with the pollution control program. In that program, you should install a certain machineries who filter the product, like pollution is not generated that too much. Next point is developing good image in the society. As a businessman, if you provide certain policies related to pollution control program, then you should have a certain good image in the society. If your image in the society is good, then your product will be enhancing. Next point is taking safety measurements in protecting of hazardous and unsafe product. As a businessman, you should always think about the safety measurements towards the hazardous product or hazardous chemical or unsafe product to be disposed in a proper manner. Now we are into the next topic known as cause of pollution and the needs for population control. After this, our topics will be end for this particular session. Now, let's begin with the causes of pollution, as we have studied from the chapter class 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and now today we are into the 11th class. Again, we are talking about causes of pollution. Causes of pollution has air pollution, water pollution, land pollution, noise pollution, which are being created by organization. Certain production organizations, certain factories have a certain chemicals which harms our environment. To protect this environment, you should do certain controlling over here, so that every individual gets certain benefits. Let's begin with the topic causes of pollution. First, we are talking about air pollution. This air pollution is generated with the help of chimneys, the chimneys which are being produced by the organization, the smoke which are being produced by that company. It is directly converted and moving towards the air, and certain things like CFCs, then carbon monoxide, this kind of chemical hazards are ultimately impacting our global environment, and it leads to a global warming. You can now feel that the environment of winter is going on, but the heat which are being generated by the lands and air pollution, air areas, that you are thinking that it is summer. So it is possible because the temperature of the land and air and water are increasing because of a reduction in ozone layer and depleting in ozone layer. It is impacting with the health, with the form of air pollution. Next part is water pollution. In water pollution, you can say that dumping of an hazardous chemical under the water. Then we can say that the part of dumping of garbages and different things which are not being used by the human being, or it is a human waste which are being dumped under the water. It also creates, or it leads to the water pollution because it has a harmful chemicals and pesticides. Now next part is land, and land pollution are being created by digging the land and making chemical under the land and buried. This kind of things are leads to land pollution. आप ऐसा भी कह सकते हो कि तीनों चीज़ों में मैं एक चीज़ कॉमन कर सकता हूँ। एयर पॉल्यूशन जो है वो स्मोक से होता है, जो आप डायरेक्ट हवा में कर देते हैं या क्लाउड्स के ऊपर चले जाता है और ओजोन लेयर्स पे डिप्लेक्ट हो जाता है। नेक्स्ट वाटर पॉल्यूशन में क्या होता है, आप डंपिंग करते हो, और डंपिंग कैसे करते हो, पानी के अंदर केमिकल छोड़ते हो या कचरा डालते हो, और वो नॉर्मली वाटर को पॉल्यूट कर देता है। लैंड पॉल्यूशन, इन लैंड पॉल्यूशन आप क्या करते हो, आप डिगिंग करते हो, डिगिंग करने के बाद उसके अंदर केमिकल डंप करते हो, फिर बाद में कचरा डंप करते हो, गार्बेज डंप करते हो, और वो डंप करने के बाद में उसको आप बरी कर देते हो। तो उससे क्या होता है कि लैंड पॉल्यूशन इंक्रीज हो जाता है। नेक्स्ट पॉइंट इज नॉइज पॉल्यूशन. नॉइज पॉल्यूशन इज which cannot be controlled by every individual, but if they try they can control noise pollution also, like machine sound, then railway sound, train sound, aeroplane sound. This sound sometimes gets a headache to the common people. The sound of horns are also been hazardous to the human beings in today's environment, and it impacts his brain, and he or she gets very much troubled because of noise pollution. Now, how can we control this pollution? So we are having 5 points over here. One by one we can see in needs of pollution control. In needs of pollution control, we can reduce the health hazardous product, because in today's environment every individual is including into the health hazardous problem like cancer, like heart attacks, lungs complications because of pollution. So we can control the pollution by reducing health hazard products We should control the dumpings of hazardous product, and that hazardous product should be buried in a way that common people doesn't get suffered. Next point is reduce risk of liability. Risk of reduced liability in the sense a business should make an environment in which every individual should be safe and healthy. But in case because of that hazardous product, some people are getting affected, and that affected persons are being in a way that they are suffering a lot. So as a businessman, I can do one thing by installing a pollution control device. From that device, I can reduce the burden of risk of liability. Next is cost saving. In cost saving, as a pollution control helps the organization to reduce the cost of saving, because once you make that tower, the pollution control measurements are being measured, and it can be prevented by making reduction of the hazardous products. Next point is improved public image. Because of pollution control device, you have saved your money also, and it has also helped public by making that device. By using that device, individuals are having a good image about your organization. That organization thinks about the common people, as common people are conscious about the hazardous product and environment things. They know that environment are being very much in trouble because of business. So there should be a proper image. In that image, you should be making in a way that the pollution control are being under the image. So as you know that in Delhi is also an impact of global warming, and you can go for an example of acid rain, in which the marble of Taj Mahal got white to yellow. Then the government has taken certain precautions, and that precautions help the Taj Mahal to get against that beauty. Next point is another social benefits. As a businessman, I can get more benefits like better visibility, then clear building, better quality of life, and availability of natural resources, natural product, etc. So in today's topic, we have completed our chapter also. Notes will be provided after some time.